The talking stage, that flirty limbo where you're getting to know someone but haven't defined the relationship, can be both exciting and confusing. It's basically the period from that first message or hangout up until the moment you two have the talk about what you are. This stage is full of what-ifs and butterflies, but it's also notorious for mixed signals, ghosting, and situationships that never lead to clarity. How can you navigate this tricky phase without losing your cool? If you're a young man dealing with the talking stage, here are 7 essential rules to make the ride smoother and maybe even fun. Let's get into it. Rule 1, take it slow. There's no need to rush. When you really like someone, it's tempting to go from 0 to 100 real quick, but slow your roll. The vibes might be amazing, but remember, you two aren't official yet. Moving too fast, texting all day, planning your future, etc. can make things intense and skip over the natural getting to know you process. You'll appreciate the moments more if you go slow and steady instead of trying to speed run a relationship. So enjoy the flirtatious banter and late night chats without pressuring them or yourself for an instant relationship. Good things take time, and in the talking stage, patience truly is a virtue. Rule 2, keep your expectations in check. This one's all about staying realistic. In the talking stage, nothing is guaranteed and no labels are set, so you shouldn't expect partner-level commitment just yet. For example, expecting a timely reply to your texts is reasonable, but expecting the other person to drop everything and be at your beck and call is not. Don't assume you'll get a good morning text every day or nightly phone calls. Those things are sweet, but they're not owed to you before you two are actually exclusive. Likewise, try not to fantasize too far ahead about what if we dated or this could be the one after just a few weeks. Enjoy the moment for what it is. Keeping your expectations realistic will save you from major disappointment and anxiety. And remember, unless you've agreed otherwise, you both might still be talking to other people during this stage. That's normal. More on that in Rule 6. In short, hope for the best, but don't expect grand gestures or total devotion before you've even defined the relationship. Rule 3, be honest and communicate openly. Honesty is the best policy, even in the talking stage. Just because you're not official yet doesn't mean you should play games or pretend to be someone you're not. In fact, honesty is the bare minimum at this point. Be upfront about what you're looking for. If you only want something casual, say so, politely. And if you're hoping this will turn into a real relationship, it's okay to express that too. This doesn't mean dumping all your deepest feelings on day one, but don't lead them on with lies either. Also, if you feel yourselves growing closer and you're starting to catch feelings, consider letting them know rather than hiding it. Clear communication can save both of you a lot of confusion. For example, if you're both honest that you want something serious, that's a green light. If not, at least you know where you stand. The bottom line, say what you mean and mean what you say. Being genuine and straight up about your intentions and feelings sets a strong foundation, and it encourages them to be honest with you as well. Rule 4, set boundaries and respect theirs. Just because you're in that free-flowing talking phase doesn't mean anything goes. Establishing healthy boundaries early will make things more comfortable for both of you. Talk about what you're okay with and what you're not. For example, you might want to discuss texting habits. Let them know if you like getting messages throughout the day or if you're more of a chat-in-the-evening person, and find out their preference too. This way, no one feels ignored or smothered due to mismatched communication styles. Also remember that sharing too much too soon can backfire. You don't need to spill all your secrets or sensitive personal info in week 1. And definitely do not send any intimate photos to someone you barely know. Keep some things private until trust and mutual interest have grown. Setting these kinds of boundaries about communication, personal space, physical intimacy, etc. helps prevent misunderstandings and hurt feelings down the line. Plus, respect their boundaries as well. If they say they're busy during certain times or not ready to talk about something, listen and respect that. Showing that you can handle boundaries maturely makes you look more secure and considerate, a big green flag. Rule 5, match their effort. Don't overplay or underplay. Dating is a two-way street, especially in the talking stage. One golden rule, match their energy and effort in communication. Pay attention to how much they're texting, calling, or making plans and try to mirror that. If they're sending you short messages or taking a while to respond, don't respond with giant paragraphs of text in return. Coming on way stronger than the other person can make you seem overeager or even pushy. As one dating coach puts it, if they give you 2 or 3 sentences, you shouldn't reply with an essay. Match their energy for a more positive vibe. On the flip side, if they're putting in noticeable effort, texting you first, asking questions, trying to hang out, make sure you reciprocate so they're not left wondering if you care. The key is to avoid 2 extremes. Don't be so passive that they think you're not interested, but don't be so overzealous that you overwhelm them. By keeping the effort balanced, you'll build a connection that feels natural and mutual. It also shows confidence. You're interested, but you're not desperate. So if you notice you're always the one double texting or carrying the convo, maybe dial it back a bit. And if they are doing most of the work, step it up on your end. A balanced approach makes the talking stage way less stressful and way more enjoyable for both of you. Rule 6, stay independent and keep your options open. Even if you're really into this person, remember, you're not cuffed yet. In the talking stage, you're both essentially still single. This means 2 things. Don't drop your whole life for them, and don't assume they've dropped theirs either. It's totally fine, and pretty common for both of you to still be talking to or flirting with other people until you've had a chat about being exclusive. So, avoid acting possessive or getting jealous if you haven't defined the relationship. You have no right to demand exclusive attention at this point, and neither do they. Keep living your own life. Hang out with your friends, pursue your hobbies, focus on school or work, hit the gym, whatever you love doing. Not only does maintaining your independence make you more attractive, it also keeps you confident and grounded. The last thing you want is to make someone the center of your world when you're only in the talking phase. If it doesn't work out, you'll feel like you lost everything. In fact, relationship experts note that if things fizzle out, it's a lot easier on you if you haven't invested all your time and energy in one person prematurely. Think of it as keeping a healthy balance. You can care about the person you're talking to, but still care about yourself more. And yes, keeping your options open is okay. Talking is not the same as an exclusive relationship, so you're free to match with others on apps or chat platonically with that cutie in class. Just be smart and ethical about it, no leading people on maliciously. By staying independent, you won't lose yourself in the process of getting to know someone new, and you'll have way less pressure on the situation. Rule 7. Know when to level up or walk away. The talking stage shouldn't stretch on forever. At some point, you'll need to either move forward or move on. Pay attention to the signs of where things are heading. If you notice red flags, maybe you two have totally different values, they keep canceling on you, or you just don't feel a real connection. Don't ignore those hoping things will magically change. In fact, the talking stage should end when major red flags are obvious, especially if you realize you're incompatible. It's perfectly okay to call it quits if something feels off or if you're not interested anymore. As one person wisely said, don't waste people's time if you're not interested, and you'd want the same courtesy from them. On the other hand, if everything's going great and you both seem into each other, don't linger in limbo too long. There comes a time when you should have the "what are we" conversation. It can be scary to bring up, but if you want a relationship, you sometimes have to ask for it. You might say something simple like, "I really enjoy talking and hanging out with you. Do you feel like we're ready to consider making this official?" Tailor it to your style, but be clear. Some people suggest a rough timeline of a few weeks to a couple of months in the talking stage before defining the relationship, but it really depends on the two of you. The key is not to let a promising connection stall out due to fear of having the talk. Either progress or politely bow out. And if you decide it's not working, end it with respect. You don't have to give a long explanation if it was a very casual thing, but at least let them know you don't see it going further. Don't just ghost and pretend you were never close. Knowing when to step up or step away will save you both a lot of time and heartache. Final thoughts. The talking stage is basically the prelude to something more, or a polite off-ramp if it doesn't pan out. It's meant to be low pressure and exploratory, so try to have fun with it. Follow these rules as guidelines, but also trust your instincts. Every connection is a bit different, but if you keep things respectful, balanced, and communicative, you'll navigate this stage like a pro. And hey, if you found these rules helpful, feel free to subscribe for more advice and content like this. Also, drop a comment below about which rule resonated with you, or share your own talking stage tip. Good luck out there, and happy talking.